Ready to dive into something interesting.
Always.
We're talking about greasers today.
Okay, like the hair grease kind.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Someone sent us some info from RoleCatcher about this line of work, so we're taking a deep dive to figure out what it's all about.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it turns out it's not just about cars, which is what I pictured at first. These are the people who keep huge GE machinery running smoothly. Things like massive cranes you'd see at a construction site,
Oh, wow. I see.
or bulldozers, even the heavy-duty stuff they use in mining.
Really? I had no idea.
It's a whole hidden world. And these folks, they're the ones making sure those industries can even function.
That's true. Those industries would be in big trouble if their equipment failed. Manufacturing, construction, even shipping relies on those machines working.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
not your typical office job, that's for sure.
Mhm.
The sources we have talk about factories and construction sites.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But here's where it gets interesting. Technology is really shaking things up in this field.
Oh.
Well, it's not your grandpa's grease monkey job anymore, you know?
Uh-huh. Right.
Nowadays, you got to be as good with software and diagnostics as you are with a wrench.
So it's a mix of traditional skills and high-tech know-how.
Right. And you've got to think on your feet, too. One example from the material talked about a greaser who had to troubleshoot a crane that malfunctioned. Every hour it was down cost the company a fortune.
Wow, talk about pressure.
Right. You really need that ability to diagnose the problem quickly and figure out a solution, especially when time is money.
Definitely. Sounds like you need a unique combination of skills for this job.
Uh,
Technical knowledge, quick thinking, and a knack for problem solving.
It really does sound like there's more to it than you might think at first glance. And one thing that jumped out at me from the material on this was how much it emphasizes always learning new things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's not like you just learn the ropes and you're good to go. You got to keep up with the latest technology, you know? Software, diagnostics, all that stuff's changing all the time.
The source even mentions stuff like joining industry groups, reading trade magazines, and taking courses to stay ahead of the curve. That says a lot, I think.
Yeah, it shows you how this career is always evolving. You can't just stand still if you want to make it as a greaser these days. You got to be curious, adapt to new stuff, and always be learning.
So we got brains and adaptability. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty.
Mm.
What are the pros and cons? The source we got this from doesn't shy away from either.
Right. On the plus side, they say there's potential to make some serious money.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a specialized thing, and skilled tradespeople are in high demand these days.
Exactly. And as long as there are machines, someone's got to keep them running.
Job security is always a good thing. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it?
It's definitely not the easiest job in the world. It's physically demanding, and you're often working in some pretty tough environments.
Like out in the elements, on your feet all day, dealing with heavy machinery.
Yeah, exactly. And forget about a 9 to 5. You could be working all kinds of hours if something critical breaks down. Overtime, weekends, you name it.
Sounds like you got to be pretty tough, both mentally and physically.
Definitely. But it can be really rewarding if that's the right fit for you. There was even a study mentioned in this material, something like 80% of greasers said they're really satisfied with their jobs.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, there's a real sense of pride in the work. And the people who keep these industries going, they have a real sense of community. You're all in it together, you know?
That makes sense. Speaking of moving up, the source mentioned there's a pretty clear path for climbing the ladder in this field.
Yeah, you can start out as an entry-level greaser. Then with experience, you can move up to more senior positions, more responsibility, maybe even running a team.
From grease monkey to manager, who would have thought?
And they even talked about specializing in new tech, like automation systems and robotics and manufacturing. That's pretty cool, if you ask me.
It's like you'd be the robot whisperer, making sure those high-tech machines are running smoothly.
Yeah.
But let's back up a bit. Before you can even think about all that, you've got to get through the interview, right? The material you sent actually had some real interview questions.
Oh, yeah, the interview. That's where it all goes down.
And they didn't mess around with the questions either. One was, tell me about a time you had to solve a really tough mechanical problem. They want to know you can handle things in the real world.
For sure. But it wasn't all nuts and bolts questions. They also asked, what do you do to stay updated on the latest stuff in the industry? So yeah, you got to show them you're serious about learning and keeping up with the times.
That makes sense. They want to see you're invested in your career. Which, speaking of the future, what does the future hold for the greaser? Like with all this automation happening, are robots going to put greasers out of a job?
Yeah, it's a good question. A lot of people are wondering about that, and there are definitely some different opinions on it.
Hmm. How so?
Well, on the one hand, some people think automation will make these jobs disappear completely. Like, you'll just have robots fixing robots.
It's kind of like a sci-fi movie.
Exactly. But the sources we have, they paint a bit of a different picture.
What do they say?
They say that while automation will definitely change things, it'll actually make the human experts even more important.
Huh. Interesting. How so?
Well, even the smartest robot still needs someone to keep an eye on it, right? Regular maintenance, fixing things when they break, making sure everything's running the way it should.
So the human touch is still needed.
Exactly. Plus, there's some things humans are just better at, things that are really hard to program a robot to do, like figuring out what's wrong when something breaks, making decisions on the fly, that kind of thing.
So it's more about humans and robots working together, not robots replacing humans.
Right. I think we'll always need that human element, that ability to adapt and use our judgment, especially as technology gets even more complex.
It makes you wonder if the whole way we see these jobs might change, too. Like, maybe greaser won't even be the right word anymore. It'll be something more high-tech, you know?
I could see that. Maybe robotics maintenance technician or something like that.
Right. The skills are the same, but the whole context is different because of technology.
It's definitely something to think about.
It goes to show that you really got to be ready to learn and adapt throughout your career, no matter what you do.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, there you have it. A peek into the world of the greaser. A job with its own challenges and rewards, and a future that's probably going to be a lot different than we can even imagine right now.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Definitely makes you appreciate the people behind the scenes keeping all those machines going. Thanks for exploring this with us, and until next time, remember, there's always something new to discover on the Deep Dive.